Now, speaking of liberal companies surrendering, there are a lot of banks right now are sucking up to Donald Trump because they are afraid that the chickens are coming home to roost. It's not just the banks. Disney, this one is really sweet. This one is personal. Disney has just settled a lawsuit with Gina Carano. You know Gina Carano, my former colleague, Gina Carano, who was canceled by Disney for posting during COVID about how people were being oppressed, comparing the tyrannical government actions of during COVID to tyrannical government actions in Nazi Germany. And for this, she was bizarrely maligned as anti-Semitic or something. It was very strange because, of course, she was making the opposite point, but it was just an excuse to cancel her for contradicting the exalted Dr. Fauci and the rest of them. Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian, the Star Wars franchise, and from Disney. Daily Wire uncanceled Gina Carano, and she came here. We did a movie together, and she did a bunch of our shows, and she's great. She just won her lawsuit. This is what Disney had to say. The Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm are pleased to announce that we've reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues in her pending lawsuit against the companies. Ms. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. They are eating so much crow, they are going to have to go to the hospital, I think. They're going to have their stomachs pumped with all the crow they're eating. With this lawsuit concluded, here's the kicker. We look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Ms. Carano in the future. This is complete surrender from Disney, which was the face of companies going woke. So much so that Daily Wire shifted its business model in part to take advantage of their collapse, to take advantage of their extremism politically, because we knew that most Americans hated it. So much so that the governor of Florida went to war with Disney. So much so that Gina fought this lawsuit for 4 years. Disney was the face of woke. And not only are they losing, they're surrendering. They're surrendering. Got to give a hat tip to Elon Musk, too, who funded Gina's lawsuit against Disney, because Elon said anyone who gets fired because of something that they posted on my app on Twitter, I'll fund the lawsuit. Also, because Elon is on a jihad against woke liberalism. Gina won. Why is this lawsuit coming out? Why is Disney all of a sudden saying, oh, no, we actually love Gina? Oh, no, everyone loved Gina. Yeah, we want to work with Gina in the future. This is more than we're going to lose in court. This is we've lost in the court of public opinion. This is we need to fundamentally change our business model. This is American Eagle is right, Jaguar is wrong. This is woke is dead. And this lawsuit, I don't think this statement was just written by the lawyers. I think it was written by the accountants. I think it was written by the executives and the shareholders. This is a surrender. That fever dream that we went through is over. For now. It's not that it can't come back, but it's over for now. You know, I'm reminded of an eschatological point that was made by Cardinal Manning, who says there is a day to come. He said it more eloquently than I, but he said, there is a day to come that will reverse the confident judgments of men. And this is a wonderfully consoling observation, political and theological observation. There was a time, some of you kids out there might not remember it, but I remember it. There was a time when everyone believed that a man could be a woman. And if you didn't believe that, you were looked on as an idiot and evil and as though you would be ostracized forever from polite society. And most people went along to get along, but some people said, no, this is ridiculous. This ideology is false, and it needs to be eradicated from public life entirely. And there were a number of people who said things like that. There was a time when we were told that if you don't put a hanky on your face for 3 years and let your grandma die alone and stand 6 feet away from people for whatever reason and inject yourself with an experimental drug and believe Dr. Fauci about the supposed bat soup origin of the Wuhan virus, even though there was a biolab that we were funding doing this kind of research right down the road. If you didn't do and believe all this stuff, you were going to be ostracized from society and you never work again and you'd never be invited to Thanksgiving again and you're just out, okay? And that's all done. And we look at that now as if we woke up from a fever dream and say, oh my goodness, all those people were wrong. All those people who demanded we get the vaccine, who demanded we put the stupid hanky on our face, who insisted that men could be women. This is like, what? Can you believe we believed that? Can you believe we believed that? That's what we are already starting to say. That's what Disney's starting to say. Big win. And the wins just keep on coming. The liberal apologies and retractions just keep on coming. I'm glad you liked that clip. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're talking to each other. It's better. It's good when we talk to each other. Subscribe, please. And then we can see each other much more frequently.